Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Bosch WAJ28001GB, or the sister model, the WAJ28002GB. And what I want to do today is to show you around the washer some of the features and benefits that it offers. First of all, I'll just go through the dimensions on the washing machine. So as far as the width, you're looking at 60 centimetres or just under 23.5 inches. The height of it, so looking around 84.5 centimetres or just under 33.5 inches. And then the depth, so if you go in all the way to the back, so this will be like an installed depth, then to the front lip here you're looking around 54 centimetres or around just under 21.5 inches. Or if you go into the door, then really looking at say 60 centimetres or again around 23.5 inches. It's something I think is really important, so just have a measure of the space that you've got, because there's nothing worse than a new machine arriving and then find it doesn't fit in. So this model, the WAJ28001, has a maximum capacity of up to 7 kilograms, and the sister model I talked about, the WAJ28002, has a maximum capacity of up to 8 kilograms. Essentially, that's the main difference between the two machines, but apart from that, things like the programs and everything will be pretty much the same. So to turn the machine on, all you need to do is just select a program, and you'll see you've got a really nice clear LED display. Bosch have always stuck with red. I must admit it's almost their signature colour on some of their machines. As you go higher up in the range, then you do get like a white LED display that's really smart. But I must admit this one, the red is always go down well with customers because it's nice and easy to read. You'll find that as you come round, that as you select the programs, it will tell you the time remaining on the display. And this will always be an initial time. Now I know some of you might be thinking, well, 3 hours, yeah, that's a long time for a wash. And even if you go to the 40 or the Eco 40 to 60 is an even longer program. But essentially what it will do is it will actually send a certain amount of water through the machine to start with. It will detect the load that's in the machine, and it will actually adjust the time according to the load that's in the machine. So although it might start off at say 3 hours or 3 hours 20, normally after around say 8 to 10 minutes, then that time can reduce if it's a smaller load that you've got in there. So what I'll do is I'll cover some of the programs first of all. You'll find that not all of the programs can you select a full load, but I'll try and point that out as I go around. So the first couple, so you've got the cottons 20 and 40 degrees. As you can see, it can take around 3 hours, so it's quite a long program. With those ones, so on the cotton 40 degree, I suppose that's the main temperature that people will tend to use. That will consume around 85 litres of water, and you can spin at the full 1400 spin if you want to. You do have the option on most of the programs to vary the spin speed. So as it says, it starts at 1400, 1200, 1000, 800, 600, 400, and then goes down to a no spin option. So if you wanted a close to be suspended in the final rinse water at the end, then that's the option to select. But really for the majority of people, you want it to spin at the full 1400 to get as much water out as possible. As you come on to the next one, so this is quite an interesting program, the Eco 40 to 60. If you're washing a full 7 kilogram load, then this will only consume around 68 litres of water. So you're comparing 68 litres compared to 85. Now that's a huge difference. I know some of you are thinking, well, I'm not really bothered on the amount of water it consumes. I'm more fussed about the time. So to an extent you may be correct, but all you'll find is that if you cut the amount of water that's going through the machine, it's less the water that's heated up, which means it's less electricity that's consumed, which essentially means it's quite a lot cheaper to run the machine. As you come on to the next program, so this is a pre-wash 40. I will be honest, I'm surprised that Bosch have still put pre-wash on the machines. We tend to find people are, I suppose, really after quicker washes. They prefer a quick wash option as opposed to a pre-wash option, because I think people are perhaps not waiting for clothes to get that dirty. But anyway, this is what Bosch have decided to put on the machine. So if you're washing, say, the team's football or rugby kits, then this might be a good option for you. And that adds around half an hour onto the program, enabling the pre-wash. As we come on to the next ones, so you've got the different pre-wash options. So you've got the 60 and the 90. Then as you come on to the next program, the wool program at 30 degrees, you'll find that this one is only a 2 kilogram load, so it's quite a small load that you can put in. I mentioned the load size because what happens is if you were to put a much bigger load in, so if you went and put say 5 or 6 kilograms into this program, then rather than just taking 40 minutes, which is essentially that's what it's going to do, if you were to put a much larger load in, then it will take a lot longer to wash because it's not able to do the cycle properly. So it's not worth trying to trick the machine because essentially it won't work. Or if it did, then all you'll find is that the washing performance won't be as good as it should be. At the bottom, you've got the spin and drain. So if you've hand washed something, or if you've had something that's just wet that you wanted to spin and drain, then you've got the option at the bottom, and then you can add the rinse onto it as well on the next program. Then you come around to some of the more specialised programs. You've got the silk program at 30 degrees. You've got the easy care at 30 degrees. Again, taking around 2.5 hours. So that's it's quite a long program. That one, it has a maximum load of up to 4 kilograms. So it's just over half a load that you can put in there. And then as you come on to the easy care 40 degrees, and then you've got the mixed load 40 with that one. So it'll take around an hour. So that's quite a good general program. I suppose if you're a bit more in a hurry, then it's nice that you've got the option to put and again that's a 4 kilogram load in there to do it in around an hour. This one, so the dark wash, or the jeans as they call it, they've renamed it over the years. Sometimes they call it dark wash, sometimes they call it the jeans program. But essentially that's more for darker fabrics, and that's going to wash at 30 degrees. And then the final program, the 60 degree Hygiene Plus. Again, quite a long program, but with the Hygiene Plus, what this will do is this will actually maintain a higher temperature for a longer period. So as you can see, it's at 60 degrees, so it's one of the higher temperatures, apart from the 90 around here, but it's one of the higher temperatures as far as the options. But the main advantage, if you suffer from things like allergies that can affect your skin, then that's really the program to pick. And as I say, it maintains a higher temperature to try and kill the bugs and everything that are in the clothes that could affect you. And then to turn the machine back off, you just select off. I know some of you might be thinking, well, I'm not too keen on that machine because a lot of the programs are quite long programs. I don't want a 2 or 3 hour program. I just want something quick to put my clothes in, does it, and then everything's done within around an hour. Well, it's not all bad news. So Bosch have come up with this option, and this is called Speed Perfect. And what you can do is you can actually, when you select Speed Perfect, it will reduce the wash time of the program. Now you can only do it on certain programs, so you couldn't do it on say the Eco 40 to 60, but on a lot of the popular programs, though things like the 40 degree cotton, then you can reduce it, and it does reduce it by quite a lot. So an hour and 47 to me is a lot more acceptable. If you were to come around to this side, so the 40 degree mixed load, that reduces it down to 45 minutes. And when it comes to the soap drawer, it's well laid out. So you've got the standard main wash, pre-wash and conditioner in the side. If you want to remove the soap drawer, then just press the blue button down. That's easily removed. You can actually separate the front part and the main part of the soap drawer out. So what you can do is you can actually put this part into a dishwasher or put it in really hot soapy water to give it a nice clean. The reason you wouldn't do it is because this part at the front is quite shiny, and if you end up putting this in the dishwasher, then it'll end up at like a matte finish, and it'll just look a bit odd compared to the rest of the fascia on the machine. And you just push that back in, then you're ready to go. To open the door, it's nice and easy. You just got a nice easy grip handle at the top right hand corner of the door, and you just pull that. As far as the porthole size, you're looking around 28 centimetres, around 11 inches. It's not a bad size, I suppose, for the capacity of the machine. That's more than acceptable. You've also got at the bottom here, this is just access to the pump and filter. If you have got, say, a blockage, or if you've left a, say, coin in your trousers, then that's really where to go and have a look. Just make sure you don't do it when the machine is in operation, or what you can find is if you did that you just get really soggy feet. One of the final things to show you on the fascia is the finish in button. So what you've got the ability to do is to delay the start of the wash. So if you just press that, then what this will do is it will go up to 24 hours. But if you've got things like economy 7 or cheap electricity during the night, then this is a really good option. Also, if you found that you wanted to just delay it, so you didn't want the clothes left at the end of the wash, so if you've gone out for the day, if you want to make sure that you arrive back for when the machine is finished, then it's nice that you've got the flexibility. So you can go up to 24 hours, and then after that it just goes back to the standard time of the program. Finally, on the right hand side here, you've got the start and reload button. I'm not going to press that because I don't want to start the program at the moment. The reason it's got reload is that what it would do, if you've say started the program and it's say a minute or so in and it started to fill with water, but it's not got too high yet, then you can actually reload the machine. So if you've forgotten to put say a couple of socks in, press the button. It won't actually drain the water, but if it's detected that the water hasn't got too high and it's got the ability to for the machine to be unlocked and then the door open, then it will do. If not, then you've lost the ability to select the reload option and you'll just need to wait for those socks to go into the next wash. Just show you around the back of the washing machine. As you can see, you've got these 4 transit bolts at the back here. Now these are imperative to take out before you start to use the machine at all. It does say here, so you have got a little label at the back just to show you how to remove them and what to do. But that's imperative. If you don't take them out, then essentially the machine will get damaged and it will not be covered under the manufacturer's warranty. Doesn't matter how old it is. Talking about the warranty, this comes with a 2-year parts and labour warranty that's covered by Bosch themselves. So you've got the waste hose at the top left here, the mains connection at the bottom left, and then top right is where the water will get connected. And talking about the water, you do get a cheeky little hose with it. So this comes with the machine anyway. So it's always ideal if you can use the new hose. If you have got extended hoses that are already part of your kitchen, then the minimum you can do is just take the washer out of here and then pop it into the hose that you're currently using, because you could find that that could save a leak down the line. I'll just show you the energy label on the machine. As you can see, it's a B energy rating, which nowadays is actually very good, especially for the price of the machine. So if you're comparing this to other machines in this sort of price range, then a B energy rating is really good. 51 kilowatt hours per 100 cycles, proving that it's a 7 kilogram load. Or if you're looking at the system model, the WAJ28002, then that'll say an 8 kilogram on here. 3 hours 28, so that's the time of the Eco 40 to 60 program. Just saying that it's 45 litres of water. Now that's for the Eco 40 to 60 on one of the smaller wash loads. And then you've got some other information at the bottom as regard the spin efficiency and the noise level. If you're thinking about buying one of these machines, either the 7 or the 8 kilogram model, I have provided a couple of links below to show you where to get them at competitive prices. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Bosch WAJ28001GB or the sister model, the WAJ28002GB washing machine. Please give us a thumbs up, click subscribe, and leave any comments below on my YouTube video. I always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad. If there's something that if you've come here to watch something and if I've not covered it, then put it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these machines, it doesn't necessarily have to be this one. If it's one of the either a Bosch washer or one of the WAJ models from time gone by, then let me know what you think about it, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.